Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle by Jobo called Wind Chimes. This looks fascinating, and I'm wondering how much colouring I'm going to have to do in this grid, but we'll get to that in just a second. The one thing I do want to call out is there was recently a puzzle released on the channel. I recorded it a couple of weeks ago because I often record in advance for various reasons, but it recently came out and there were a lot of comments on the video about that the puzzle was bad because of missing information. Actually, in the description of the video, I posted a link to the puzzle, and then immediately below that, I posted a warning line saying, here is a link to an alternate link to the puzzle that contains a spoiler, but might answer some questions if you hit something that might look odd. And it's very, very clear to me that people didn't actually bother looking at the description. So if you get to a situation in a puzzle where something looks broken and you're not sure if it's you or the puzzle, have a look in the description of the video. It's happened a few times where we know what that you're likely to expect. And often we will preempt you and put information in the description that will probably help you. But if you don't bother reading the description, if you literally open the video, hit the link, and then close the video, you're probably going to be a bit stuck. Now, yeah, if you get to a situation with one of the videos that's posted on any channel where something like that happens, have a look at the description of the video. That is where it is the publisher of the puzzle, which was what I'm doing. I didn't create the puzzle, but I'm basically publishing it for you in working with the author, you would hope, has the ability to then, which is what I did in this case. I reached out to the creator of the puzzle, and we worked together to come up with something that we thought was a good release. We came up with this, and yeah, it was basically the birthday puzzle by Timotab. Have a look at, if you get to a point where you think something might be broken, check the description of the video. We've often may leave hints or may provide some further information there when we know what solvers may expect. Just something to look out for. Let's have a look at Wind Chimes by Jobo. I don't expect that to happen here, but who knows? So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Along thermometers, these are thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb end. And of course, these look like pretty thermometers. It would have almost been tempting for me to colour these so they were almost like Galilean thermometers, where you've got the little bulbs of colour with the temperatures on them that expand with the temperature and rise. But yeah, so along these, digits must increase. So this digit must be higher than this. This digit must be higher than this. This digit must be higher than this. They must increase as they go along. And cells separated by a knight's move cannot contain the same digit. What's a knight's move? Well, if this was a chessboard, a knight would be able to move, if there was a knight here, for example, a knight would be able to move to that square. So those two squares, basically anything connected by that shape, so that square there cannot contain the same digit. It could also move to that square. So that can't contain the same digit because that's connected by that shape. I can draw that shape and connect those two cells. That couldn't be the same digit because, as you can see, I can draw the same shape and connect those two cells. That couldn't be the same digit because I can connect that shape. So the two shapes, any two cells at the end of that shape, those two cannot be the same digit because you can draw that shape between them. That's basically what knight's move means. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so something that's a bit obvious to me, and I've missed this for a while in the past, I can ask myself, where does 1 go in this box? Because you can't put 1 on a thermo unless it's on the bulb of the thermo, because all of these digits must have something lower than it. These digits must have something lower than it. All of these digits must have something lower than it. So that's the 1. Now I can ask in this box, where does the 2 go? Because the 2 here would need a 1 lower than it, so I can't put 2 on this thermo anywhere but the bulb. 2 here would need, in any of these, even here, means 2, 1. So 2 is in one of these 3, but 2 in those means, 2, 1, 0. It doesn't work. So that's the 2. With the 3, I've got a bit more freedom. It could go in any of those. No, it couldn't go here. So it's in one of those two, because I can't go 3, 2. I can't put it in any of those two cells. Can't put it in those, because this would have to be lower. Could put it there. Can't put it there, because this would have to be between 2 and 3. So 3 is in one of those two. Similarly, 9 can only go at the end of a thermo. So 9 is in one of those two. So I get to that. Actually, I get a bit more than that. Where does 1 go in this box? Because again, I can't put 1 partway along a thermo. So that's a 1. And I can only put 9 at the end of a thermo because otherwise something needs to be larger than 9. So 9 can't go in any of those cells. That's the 9, which takes 9 out of there, making that the 9, which puts 9 in one of those 3. And I can't put 9 anywhere except the end of a thermo. That's the 9. 1 is in one of those 3 by Sudoku, but I can't put 1 anywhere except the bulb of a thermo. 2 is not in any of those cells or there, because for this to be a 2, this would need to be a 1, and it can't be. So 2 is not in any of those cells, and it's not here because 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. 2 is in one of those two, which puts 2 in one of those 3 by Sudoku, but 2, 1, 0, minus 1 doesn't work. I know it's easy for me to just write it there, but I'm trying to be fully explaining. 2 minus 0 minus 1, because that it can't even be 1. That's not the 2, that's the 2. And now where does 3 go? 3 could go in any of those, I think. I think I'm still working in these, because this is the most restricted box apart from that. And it's not that restricted. Oh, this is just a 1, because it's got to be lower than a 2. So 1 is in one of those 3, but this one sees that one by Knight's move. I can draw that shape between those cells. So 1 is in one of those 2. 1 is not in any of those. It can't be partway along a thermo. That one sees that cell. So 1 is in one of those 2. 1 is not in any of those. That one sees that cell. So it's in one of those 3, but I don't think I can restrict that. Okay, where's 8 in this box? It's not here. It's not in any of those because I've got 2 digits above it, and it's not in any of those. So 8 is in one of those 2. So maybe I'm asking about 8 in this box, because 8, let's do that. Let's do it in some detail. 8 can't be here because that can't be 9. 8 can't be in any of those because I'd end up with 2 digits higher than 8. So it's not in any of those. Right, so that can't be an 8. Because if this was an 8, it sees that by Knight's move and both of those by Sudoku. So that's not the 8, that's the 8. And now this is a 2-8 pair. That's cool. Very cool. The 8 sees that one by Knight's move. I can draw that shape between them. So that's the 2 and that's the 8. Which means 8 is in one of those 2, but 8 can't be here because 8, 10, 11, because none of them can be 9. So that's the 8. Very, very cool. So where's 3 in this box? Yes, 3 is in one of those 3. It has to be in one of those 3 because I can't put 3 here because I don't have 3 digits lower than it. But if 3 was here, these would have to be lower than 3, but 1 and 2 is not available. The same here. If this is a 3, this would have to be a 1 and a 2, which is not available. That's the 3, meaning that's not the 3, that's the 3, and I can take 3 out of those. That puts 3 in one of those 2, but I can't put 3 here because 3, 0, minus 1, minus 2 just doesn't work. So that's not the 3, that's the 3. Very, very cool. But now I'm getting a bit more open with my options. Seven is in one of those 2. And the reason is I can't put 7 here because 7, 8, 9, 10 just doesn't work. And there's also 3 digits above it. It's all sorts of broken. But that can't be a 7 either. Because if this is a 7, this is forced to be 7, 8, 9. And I can't put an 8 there. So this can't be a 7. So 7 is in one of those two. But I can't put 7 here or I'd need something higher than it. So that doesn't work. That's not the 7. That's the 7. Oh, I know what these 3 digits are. 4, 5, and 6. And this one can't be a 4 because this would be then higher than it, and this one can't be a 6. Now, 4, 3, 2, 1 doesn't work. This can't be a 4 because if this is a 4, this has to go 3, 2, 1, and those can't be a 3. So this isn't a 4, isn't a 4. That's a 5, 6 pair. That is a 4. Now, 4 in this box can't be in any of those because all this sees that one by Sudoku and these two by Knight's Move. That's the 4. These are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and they're on a thermo. So we can just write them in order. 5, 6, 7. And the 6 sees that one by Knight's Move. That's the 5. That's the 6. These are a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. So these are 5 and 6. So this has to be lower than those. So that's the 4, that's the 7, and the 5 makes that 6 and that the 5, or I could have just done it by the thermo or whatever. That central band, beautiful. Love it. Yeah, I love it. This is 7, 8, or 9, and it can't to be higher than 6, and it can't be 8. So this is 7 or 9. This is 1, 2, or 3, and it can't be 2. Right, this is 2, 3, or 4 because it's going to be less than 5 and there has to be a digit lower. Oh, no, it's not 2, 3, or 4. It's 3 or 4 because it's maximum 4. This is maximum 3, but it can't be at 1. So this is 2, 3, 3, 4, and the 2 is looking down, making that the 3, that the 4. Nice. 2 can't be in any of those. And 2 can't be in either of those because if 2 was here, I'd need digits lower than it and 1's not available. So 2 is in one of those 2 digits or those 2 cells. And after that, I'm not sure. 5's not in any of those. Yeah, after that, I'm not sure. So this is maximum 9. This is maximum 7 because it can't be 8. So this is 6 or 7. But I think this is 7, 8, or 9. Four is up here by Sudoku, and that 4 is seeing that cell. So 4 is in one of those two. This is maximum 5. This is maximum 4. This is maximum 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and it can't be 3, 2, 4, but 3 or 5 because it also can't be 4. It also can't be 3. This is a 5. Haha, I found something. Oh, the 1 is looking across, making that the 3. 2 or 4, not sure. 2 or 4 makes BremSter unsure. This is a maximum of 6. This is a maximum of 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5. It can't be 3. It also can't be 4. 1, 2, 5. So this could be 2. Can't be 3, 4, 5. So this is only 2 or 6. If this is 2, this is 1. If this is anything other than 1, that's a 6. 3, 3 puts 3 in one of those two because I can't put it there because of the Knight's Move. Okay, so now I'm having to do some more tricky stuff. Or So 9 is in one of these 3. I can't put 9 on the thermo. I can't put 9 those. So 9 is in one of those 2. So this actually becomes a maximum of 8. And 9 is up in one of these 3. But this 9 is saying it's not there. 1 is in one of those. 3, 3, 3 is up here. But I can't see which ones. Is this more powerful than I'm thinking? Maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5. So 1, 2 can't be 3, 4. So this is 1, 2, or 5. This could be 2. It can't be 3, 4. So this is 2, 5, or 6, and it can't be 5. This is also 2 or 6. This can't be 3, 4, so it's 5, 6, or 7, and it's not 5. This is just 6 or 7, and it's not 6. This is a 7. That puts 7 up here, but this 7 is saying 7 is not there. This can't be a 7 now. This cannot be a 7, because if this was a 7, this sees this one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's Move. That's a 6. Which puts 6 down here, but that 6 sees that one, so 6 is in one of those two. Okay, this was one of those puzzles where at about this point I started going down a rabbit hole and got completely lost and couldn't find anything. And I reached out to my testers and said, help. And they gave me something I should look for. I'm basically going to jump in with that. But I'm going to... I am aware of something that I should look at, and I'm not sure when I should start looking at it, whether I should start looking at it now. But I am going to mention what my testers told me I should look out for, which is this cell right here. Because when I put these 7s in, and as well as these 3s, this cell can't be a 3 and it can't be a 7. And the 6 here means it can't be a 6. So what can it be? Because it can't be 1, 2, it can't be 3, it could be 4, it can't be 5, it can't be 6, it can't be 7, it can't be 8. This is just a 4. Wow, that's amazing. So this cell right here, when I put the 7s in, became a naked single. I didn't find that. I spent about 25 minutes playing around with this puzzle and didn't see that. So thank you to my testers for pointing this one out to me. That means this isn't the 4, this is the 4. The 4 now is down here. That 4 sees that cell. This is higher than 6. That's the 4. Which means 4 is down here. None of these can be 4. That one sees that 4. That one is seen by that. That's a 4. Which means 4 is in one of those two, but that sees that one. That's not the 4. That's the 4. And that's all the 4s in the grid. Okay. Did not find that in about 25 minutes of exploration. So hopefully the video will help you get unstuck if you get there. That naked single is a little bit mean, to be honest. So where can I look now? So this is a quadruple. This is something I looked at before and I was able to get some elimination because these are 2, 6, 8 and 9. And I can't put a 2 there. And there was something else I could do down here. This can't be a 6 for multiple reasons. That one can't be a 9. I thought I got that further. Yes, this one can't be a 2. Hmm. 6. Well, this 6 sees those. So 6 is in one of those two. So now 6 is up here in one of those two. So this cell is a bit... Well, what are these 4 digits? 1, 2, 8 and 9. This can't be a 1 because it sees that. This one can't be a 1. Actually, that did not help me. That was not the place to look after this, was it? So the rows that are closest to this, I've had my hint now. I'm now back completely lost. So this row is probably a bit restricted. So this is a quadruple. 2, 3, 5, 6. So this is 2, 3, or 5. This is 2, 3, 5, 6, and I can't see which one it can't be. So where's 1 in this row? Because this one sees both of those. 1 is in one of those two. I don't want to get back to what I was doing, which you won't see, which is where I was literally colouring all of the 1s and trying to eliminate, and then colour all the 2s and trying to eliminate, because it didn't really get me anywhere. 2 in this row. Well, this is another quadruple. 1, 2, 3, and 9. This one can't be a 2. This one can't be a 9. This is a 1 or a 3. 5 in this row? Nah, it's got lots of places, really. So this cell might be a bit restricted. 1, 2. It looks like it can be 3. It can't be 4. It could be 5. Can't be 6. Can't be 7. It can be 8. It can't be 9. This 6, oh yeah, it's putting 6 in one of those two. Okay, this has to be higher than 4. 5 can't be 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, that's not restricted at all, is it? This one, it could be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6, can't be 7, can't be 8, can't be 9. That is a 1. Wow, that's another really hard to see naked single. Let me just confirm that. Can't be 2, can't be 3, Knight's move, can't be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6, can't be 7, can't be 8, 9. That's a 1. So this isn't a 1, so this isn't a 2, that's a 6. Which means that's not the 6, that's the 6, which means that's the 8, which takes 8 out of there. 6 is in one of those two now. But that 6 sees that one. That's not the 6, that's the 6, which means that's not the 6, that's the 6. That 6 looks up saying that's not the 6, that's the 6, and that's all the 6's done. This cell really was the core of the puzzle. And this 8 is looking up saying that's not an 8. In fact, 8 is in one of those two, and which means neither of those can be an 8. Because if that was an 8, it sees that one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's move, and the same vice versa. Neither of those is an 8. So 8 is in one of those three, pardon me. In fact, 8 can't be in any of those, and it can't be there because of that one. So 8 is actually in one of those two. This isn't a 1. So this is the 1. And now 1 has to be in one of those. That's the 1. So there's no 1 here. And there's no 1 here. I said there's no 1 here. But that means this is the 1. Which puts 1 in one of those two. In fact, that's the 1. And that's all the 1's done. I am getting through this now. This is not the 8. That cell right there. Oof. There's no 1 here. What are these? 2, 5, 8, 9. Well, that 5 says there's no 5 there. So 5 is in one of those two. Two is looking across. I can't put 2 here because of that 2. No 2's in any of those. 2 is looking across. That's a 3. So there's no 3 in any of those. That's a 2, 9. Which I don't know what that's doing. What's this triple? 2, 7, and 9. There's no 2 or 9 there. That's the 7. This is a 2, 9. So I've got a 2, 9 here. That's 1, 2, 9. That's 1, 2, 9. That's 1, 2, 9. That's roping. So 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 5. Which means this is 6, 7, 8. This is 6, 7, 8. This is a 7, 8. Okay. That can't be a 7 because that would seize that one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's move. That's the 8, that's the 7. That 8 sees that one, which means that's the 8, which looks down saying that's not the 8. 8 is in one of those two, but that 8 sees that cell, that's the 8. This is 2, 5, 9. It's not 2. This is 5 or 9. And the 5 sees it. That's the 9. So that's the 2. That's the 5. We're looking at making that the 9. That cell. I spent 30 minutes not seeing that cell. If you have If you have row 2 column find blindness, hopefully BremSter puzzles can help you. So this is a 5-7 to complete the column. And this is 5-6-7, this is 5-6-7, this is 5-6-7. There's more roping going on. But this isn't 5, this is 2-3. I don't see how to resolve this yet. So there's roping in those. I wonder if there's roping in here. Like I've got 4-6, 4-6. So this, no, does that have to be 2-5? I don't know that it does. Well, the 6 is looking down, making that the 9, which makes that the 2 and that the 9. This is a triple. 2, 5, 8. Well, the 2 says that's not a 2. The 5 says that's not a 5. But I know what that is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. So this is a 5 or an 8? For the column? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 8. These are 2, 3, 5, 8. This can't be a 3 or a 5. This is a 2 or an 8, giving me a 2, 8 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 7 or a 9. So that's a 7, 9 pair. And again, I've got 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. But could that be a 5, 8? I'm not sure. You probably can, you know. So what am I missing? Well, there's no 8 there, so this isn't an 8. 8 is in one of those two. So these are just 2, 3, 5. Okay, there's a knight move thing here I have missed. That one. That one. Is there a thermo thing I've missed? This can't be a 5 because where's 5 in this row? 5 can't be in any of those or any of those. So 5 has to be in one of those two. So that can't be a 5. This is a 2 or a 3. 9 is in one of those two, so that can't be a 9. 3 is in one of those two. That can't be a 3. If this was a 3, 3 couldn't be in either of those two by knight move. That's not a 3, so that's a 2-5 pair. That makes this the 3, which makes that the 5 and that the 3. The 5 makes that the 7 and that the 5. The 7 looks back, making that the 9 and that the 7. The 9 makes that the 2 and that the 9. The 2 looks in by knight's move, making that the 8 and that the 2. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. This is roped. That's 8. That's 5, which looks up making that 2. This is the 5, and the 2 looks across making that the 3 and that the 2. Okay. Now, there was some delay on this puzzle. First of all, from the half an hour that I spent not finding that cell, and then the 25 minutes it took for a tester to respond. They are not on call. They are not, they don't see a message from BremSter and drop everything. It's not like, BremSter has asked for help. It's the bat phone, Gordon. It's none of that. I post to my testing channel saying, help. And when they get to it, if they get to it, they post advice. And they are awesome. I would like to personally thank every single one of my testers for the amazing job that they do. I'm not going to out them because, I mean, I don't know that they'd mind. I think I've mentioned them before, but I don't want people messaging my testers directly saying, please recommend my puzzle. I think that would be uncouth. But I mean, you can guess who my testers are. You'd probably be right if you guessed. I mean, you wouldn't guess all of them, but you would guess some of them. I've got a wide bench of testers. Well, not huge, but I've got quite a few testers because sometimes they just go, you know what? I'm not in the mood to solve puzzles. And that's fine. I know how they feel. That was okay. That was a bit mean. I think that was a bit mean. because without that cell, I couldn't find anything. Now, I will admit the 3s here and the 7 here should have been a clue that that was important in a Knight's Move puzzle. Yeah, I probably should have found that on my own, but I didn't. But what you have is a nice video to help you. Well, a video to help you. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you found a nice path through the puzzle than I did. Well, I found a nice path, but with help. Thanks Jobo for the puzzle. Yeah, really, I mean, the fact that this actually has a very clean solve, particularly this middle band was just gorgeous. Loved this. With just the symmetrical Knight's Move grid. Beautiful. Really, really nice discovery. I think a lot of setting is discovering something cool. And honestly, just these thermos, the fact that they've got a clean resolve, I feel this is a discovery, but discoveries are important. They give Nobel Prizes for discoveries. Thanks, Jobo, for the puzzle. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.